What is good, everybody? And we are back. And Tabata dropping the absolute fire with this week. Now, it has been no secret that the past couple of chapters, or at least everything after the fight, for me, for me personally, has just been a little. It's been back and forth on like how I personally felt about it. But this chapter changes everything, which is so funny because the actual title of the chapter is named Change, which is an interesting title. I'm not going to like talk about that. That's not like a talking point, but it actually really does change everything going forward in the actual story. So it's just there's Tabata could handle this so many different ways, and it could be hyped so many ways. So it's just like this chapter was amazing. Honestly, I never give my rating this early, but it was definitely, I never give tens. But for what it could happen in the future, this chapter was definitely a 10. It sets up so much stuff and can make up for a lot of shortcomings that Black Clover has had in the villain department. It sets up perfectly for that. And the thing that I really love about this chapter the most is, like, we were getting all of the aftermath of what was going on, like, because last chapter Asta had just sliced the giant, like, pre-manifestation of Lucifer, I guess, in half. In this chapter we got cleaning up the rest of it, blowing it away with the spirit of Euros, which was hype. And we get that whole moment of Asta expecting the other one to come, like, to
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
I'm going to pretend that didn't happen.
And we get that whole moment of Austin, expecting the other one to pull through and like hold up their end to like save the day, essentially. So I always love those moments between Austin, because they have like a great rivalry. And we get to see everybody's all happy, everybody's saved. Patry goes up and saves William, which Langris seemed oddly jealous about. Just a small tidbit there. And we got the Black Bull saving Yami. Fuegolion, Nozel, Maryland, they're all just standing there. Everybody's happy. Essentially, the day is saved. And then we get the devil from the second gate there. And it's just like, it was one of those things I was wondering about when the second gate opened, because the twin devil seemed to be there almost immediately. But I was like, where's this second devil at? And then he just appears right there, like, you guys probably shouldn't be dwelling around here. Like, Lucifers Manifestation is half finished. And then we get like this absolutely amazing panel of like Lucifer like stepping out, like just like stepping out of like, I guess the remains of that mass that he was. Like, it was I thought it was a dope panel. And he just comes out like all of your heads bow. And it's one of the things where the unofficials had it. The unofficial translation was actually really dope, where it was like all of you guys' heads are way too high, like, and then he makes them all like suppresses them with his gravity. But the way it was done in the officials was also good, honestly. Like, it's not like I still think the unofficials was better, but the officials weren't bad. I know the officials sometimes like do like crappy translations, like fortification magic, but that's all in the past. But Lucifer coming out and essentially flattening everyone in that area minus Asta, because he wasn't even there yet, was just crazy. It's like we're finally getting this like this massive threat, because even this was a half manifested, not even a named attack. He just did it. This was just his magic. And there's still a whole nother devil, like the devil for the second gate is right here. So it's like, I truly do not see what the win is here. And then Asta shows up in the end, and then Lucifer confronts him, and it's like,
I'm in danger.
Asta, like, Julie's prediction of Asta dying could happen right here. So obviously Tabata has a huge opportunity here, because as we know in the past, Tabata in the villain department has been lacking this exact arc. Now in the elf arc, everything was kind of flowing great with the elves being villains and then getting redeemed kind of towards the end, once we find out, like, Zagreus was pulling all of the strings, was the true mastermind. Everything kind of flowed nicely, so it fit well, but we didn't have that like true big bad. But in this arc, stuff with Dark Triad kind of fell over. I mean, Xenon was okay, but Vanica and Dante were a little flat. And then stuff with Morris kind of being drawn up, but that really didn't come to anything if you were like invested into that. And then there's whispers. There's still whispers of the fourth Zograta sibling, but I don't even know where he fits in all of this. But there are the whispers somewhere. And then there's still some stuff with like Lucifugis that could potentially come to fruition later. There's lots of whispers of like potential villains here, but we actually have the big bad Lucifer right here. Like, he was the like top devil that we had to be worried about, that was established in the very beginning of this arc, and he's here. So like, Tabata has everything he needs right here for this to be like that big bad that's going to last longer, because I truly do not think Lucifer is going to be I truly don't think Lucifer is going to be defeated here. It just wouldn't, like, granted, he is only half manifested, he's only at half his strength, but the fact that he flattened everyone right here, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. They are in danger. I'm not seeing what anyone could do. And plus, Asta's double union transformation is on cooldown, so he has another 30 minutes before he can even use it. Unless they pull another, like, Zagrid, Libby is resonating with Lucifaro, so he can go. Unless they pull some of that crap, it's kind of just GG's right here. I really would love to see where Tabata is going to go with this, in terms of like how he's going to either get everybody out of there or get some people out of there, because there's no way like everyone escapes unless something absolutely unprecedented happens. They're going to have to be like a sacrifice, at least one, or like two. Maybe he can make it to where like there's outside help, but there's not a lot of people that weren't involved. There's not a lot of people out there who could still potentially get involved. I mean, and even if there are outside help, but I'm not for sure what they could do. Like, how much help would the Diamond King, or would Mars and the Diamond Kingdom really be here? Like, how much help would the Witch Queen really be here? You know, it's kind of one of those things. The only thing that I can think of is potentially maybe some unknown character. I have seen people talk about maybe the Devil from the Second Gate could potentially help them, but at the same time, I feel like that's a massive conflict of interest for him, and he would almost assuredly get clapped by Lucifaro, so I just don't understand how that would really work. And then we can definitely rule out the Clover Kingdom, since they should still be reeling from that damage that the Ancient Demon did. And like, I mean, because in time-wise, it wasn't that long ago, it was like an hour ago, so it's not like they should be back and already mobilized out there. So it's one of those things where like, I'm not seeing how they escape clean, and I'm not seeing who could potentially help them. So it's like, so it's like, if you caught any of the Jump Fiesta that was last night, Tabata did say that Black Clover was about to start heating up, and he was not lying. This chapter was definitely like on fire in terms of developments for the future. So like I said in the beginning, this chapter was definitely a 10 out of 10 for what could potentially come in the future, unless Tabata unless Tabata has Lucifer die right here. I'm seeing no way this could go bad. Like, the Black Clover is looking amazing right now going into the next year, because I believe this is the last chapter until next year. I think, I could be wrong, don't quote me on that, but I believe this is the last chapter of the year. So it's looking amazing going forward. I'm really excited for it. But let me know what you guys are feeling about this chapter. Whether you guys have any predictions on like what this other second devil's magic is, the second gate devil's magic is, because I have no idea what his magic is. Like, I saw that the word bubbles were kind of drippy, so maybe some kind of like dark water, acid, toxic sludge. Like, there could be some stuff. I mean, I guess demon water was kind of already done by Lower Petrica, so I guess that would be kind of lame. But I mean, Lilith and Nama had basic elements, so it's like, if he had a basic element, I wouldn't be surprised, since we've literally already seen it. But it is what it is on that. So yeah, like I said, what do you guys think his magic is? What do you guys think is going to happen next? Do you guys think they're actually going to escape clean? Do you think someone is going to save them from the outside? Maybe a new character, maybe the second devil, maybe a different kingdom? Or do you just think a lot of people die here and then people have to sacrifice for them to escape? Like, I'm just curious to see where other people's heads are on this exact one. So make sure you guys like the video, so subscribe to the channel. Make sure everybody's staying healthy out there for these holidays coming up. Make sure you guys are enjoying your holidays. Outside of that, I have nothing else for you guys. You guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you all in my next video.